afternoon sunlight streamed gently through my window as I sat at my crafting table, ready for a project that felt both exciting and nostalgic. Today was not just any crafting day, it was the day I would create 2 handmade badminton rackets inspired by Chaien, the strong but sometimes lovable bully from the Doraemon cartoon. Even more special, these rackets would be painted in a cheerful pink color, adding a playful twist to the tough personality of Chaien. I had already imagined how they would look, bold, vibrant, and full of cartoon charm. On the table sat a large cardboard box, sealed neatly with brown tape. It felt like opening a treasure chest from my childhood memories. I carefully cut through the tape, the sound of the blade slicing the cardboard adding to my excitement. As the flaps opened, a wave of nostalgia seemed to float out, reminding me of lazy afternoons watching Doraemon with friends. Inside, neatly arranged, were all the materials I had prepared for this project: lightweight wooden frames for the racket heads, fine nylon strings, smooth wooden handles, pink paint, brushes, and even a few decorative stickers featuring Chaien's mischievous smile. The unboxing moment itself felt magical. Each material had its own purpose, waiting to come together to form something both functional and whimsical. I first lifted the wooden frames, admiring the smooth curves that would soon be strung with precision. The paint jars shimmered under the light, especially the pastel pink that would coat the racket handles and frames. The stickers were my secret weapon to bring Chaien's personality into the design. I could almost hear him shouting his famous loud song while holding these very rackets. Before starting, I laid out all the materials in a careful arrangement, just like a craftsman preparing for an important creation. The first step was painting. I dipped my brush into the pink paint and gently stroked it across the wooden surface of the handles. The transformation was instant. What was once plain wood now bloomed with a lively pink shade, making the rackets feel light-hearted and fun. I painted both rackets in slow, even strokes, making sure the color was smooth and free from streaks. As the paint dried, the room filled with a faint scent of fresh paint, adding to the feeling that something new and exciting was coming to life. While waiting for the paint to dry, I began preparing the strings. The nylon threads were fine and slightly shiny, perfect for a badminton racket. I carefully laced them across the frame, pulling each thread tight to ensure they would have the right bounce. The weaving process was rhythmic and almost meditative: over, under, across, repeat until the entire frame was covered in a neat crisscross pattern. When I plucked the strings, they made a satisfying soft ping sound, promising many fun games ahead. Once the paint on the handles was dry, I moved to the most playful step: decorating with Chaien-themed details. I took out the stickers and placed one right in the center of each racket's frame. Chaien's cartoon face looked both fierce and funny, as if daring anyone to challenge him to a badminton match. Around the handles, I added smaller stickers of music notes, referencing Chaien's loud and usually terrible singing. This little detail made the rackets not just sports equipment but also a storytelling piece. When both rackets were complete, I placed them side by side on the table. The pastel pink handles, shiny white strings, and cartoon stickers created a perfect blend of sports energy and animated charm. I imagined Chaien himself trying to play badminton with these, swinging them with too much strength and probably breaking a few shuttlecocks, but still having fun. Holding them in my hands, I felt the satisfying balance of the wooden frame and the tension of the strings. They weren't just display items, they were ready for an actual game. To finish the unboxing experience, I packed them neatly into a fabric carrying case I had also prepared, so they would be easy to bring to the park or schoolyard. As I zipped the case, I realized that this project had given me more than just 2 beautiful handmade rackets. It had also given me a moment to reconnect with the playful side of myself, the part that loved cartoons, bright colors, and creative afternoons. The next weekend, I planned to take them out for a match with friends. I knew they would be surprised to see badminton rackets inspired by Chaien, especially in such a cheerful pink.